Good evening. This is Card Creating with Jean. My name is Jean Ducro and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And welcome to a sticky Tuesday evening. I hope you're having a good start to your week. I know I am. I did go out late this afternoon and took a walk from a little after 3 to about 4:15, and so I got in about 3 miles. Oh boy, it was hot. My cheeks are still red, and I don't know, I'm wondering now if it's sunburn. I had a big wide brim hat on, and but maybe it reflected off the road. I don't know. It was pretty hot. I was glad I had my buff on wrapped around so it was up on my forehead to stop the perspiration from coming down my face. So when I got home, I had to jump in the shower, so my hair isn't exactly dry, and I didn't put a lot of makeup on tonight because, I had a clean face, and I just put a little eye makeup on and some lipstick, so. But my cheeks are rosy. So anyway, I hope you had a great day, and got a couple of cute little cards to make tonight. They're the same pattern for both of them, but we're going to use different cardstock and different stamps and dies. Excuse me. My mind is not in tune with what I need to be doing here tonight, I guess. So when I went on tonight, somebody had posted the new product of the month next month, and I may have gotten an email, but I didn't have time to check to see if I had gotten an email from Stampin' Up! Announcing. Sometimes they do that, give you a sneak peek of what's coming up. But this person had posted what it's going to be, and I quickly made a copy of it and ran it off on my printer so I can show you. You're gonna. If you like animals, you're going to like this one, and you're going to want to place a little order so that you qualify for this. And that would be a $75 product order before shipping and tax. And then you can get this, it's a stamp set, this month for $5. So I've already got my order in the queue waiting to be sent. And I'm going to wait until the 2nd so that I can get this darling set. So when I flip the camera down, you will be able to see it. And I am so sorry on our live on Sunday evening. I completely forgot to do the drawing. I got upstairs and I sat down on the couch and I went, oh, you dope, you forgot to do the drawing. So we'll have 2 drawings tonight, and we'll get caught up. I don't think that's a problem. Just might not be as many people on tonight as there is on Sunday evenings. So, oh well. If it's somebody that is not on, then I will just go ahead and send them a little message telling them that they can choose one of the cards from a week ago that we made. So anyway, if you're watching this for the first time on Facebook, please make a comment, leaving your name, and you will get put into the drawing for one of the items that we make tonight. I will do the drawing on Sunday evening. Hi, Rhonda. And you'll have to stay tuned for that. So I do lives on Tuesday night at 6 Central Standard Time, and on Sundays at 6:30 Central Standard Time. So I hope that you can join me. If you're watching me on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up. And also, if you want to follow me, just click on the bell. If you're on Facebook and want to follow me, click the follow button, and then you'll be notified when I'm going to be going live. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it. And I am standing here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it the whole hour or so that we do our live standing. I might have to take a break and sit down here, but we'll make it work. I am going to flip the camera around now so you can take a look at this darling set that's going to be available. It goes available June 2nd, and this is the product of the month. So let me flip the camera. Okay. And I'm going to bring the light over first. And oh, I guess it would help if I put this up on my iPad too. Sorry about that. Okay. There we go. And then I have to turn the volume down. Oh, let's get this down. Like to. Yeah, let's see. Trying to get this straight here. See how much it slips down after I crank it shut. I think it might be okay. Yeah, maybe bring it a little bit closer to me. Let's see how that goes. It's always interesting trying to get this to line up the way I want it to. But I think this is going to be okay. Look at this set. Isn't it just adorable? I love the cow. And the panda is pretty, not panda, koala bear is really cute too. I kind of like that it's more of a sketch than, you know, with the extra lines and stuff in it. So it looks like it's just been sketched. Okay, so tonight we are going to make our first card. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. Using the beautiful Valley in Bloom, the Lily of the Valley set. I think this is pretty. And I do have a class coming up in that. On the, oh dear, well, I do have a book here that I have it written in. Let's see, I am doing it on the 13th and 14th of June. And the cost is $40. And if it's in person or porch pickup, and additional $7 to ship it. And it will include the DSP, Valley in Bloom, and a half pack of the Shimmer Dots that goes with that. So I think that this might be one of the cards that I'm going to use for this class. It goes together fairly easy. And I'm going to use Garden Green. Let me get all my little parts and pieces out of my box here. I'm going to do just a little tiny bit of coloring with the blending brushes. We're going to stamp with Granny Apple Green. And I am using the stamps from the set. I think, yep, from the Lily of the Valley set. We're going to use a little thanks and so grateful for you on this one. We are also going to use the floral spray embossing folder. So we're going to do a little bit of that too. Alright, let's get the rest of this out of the box. Alright. And I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the fun fold that this is. Maybe if you have done it, you can tell me what this is, because I went back and looked on the reel, and this was from Ink and Inspirations with Lisa Brown that I found this. and thought, oh, this is a fun one. I think we're going to do that. Makes a quick, easy, impactful card. So we're going to start with an 11" by 4 1/4" piece of cardstock, and we're going to do some scoring. We are going to score at 2½ inches. Four inches. 5½ 7 and 8½ Okay, I'm just going to set that aside because we're going to cut our DSP. So I have a piece of the DSP and we want to keep it in order. And we are going to, I want it from this side over. There's going to be a little extra on the end. So it's 4 inches by, let me see, 1 1/4 for each piece. I need 4 of them. So 1 1/4. One 1/4. One 1/4. And this is the last one. And I just have them laid out there. I'm going to have to put them in order, I guess. Okay, this is a piece that we will put back in the bag or in the folder with the DSP. Okay. And then we need a piece of DSP that is 2 1/4 by 4, and I think that's what this is. It's 4, 2 1/4. Perfect. Okay. That is all the cutting we need to do. So now I'm just going to go. Actually, we want it to have this kind of box shape there. All right, and I'm just going to go in with my fold folder and give it a good crease. And I found that I don't even really need to do this last one. It's more or less kind of helps you line it up. When this is folded flat, this is 5½ inches by 4 1/4. So you're all good to go. Hi, Shar. Welcome. And thank you so much for sharing. I couldn't see you because I had my cardstock up in front of my iPad, so you couldn't be seen. We are going to take this piece of the DSP. This is the one that's got a crumb cake design on the back side, and it's kind of a mottled greens, granny apple green and garden green, and all the greens are mixed together on that one. That's the one I want to put through with the embossing folder. Where did I just lay that? Over here. Okay. And I kind of like to get this design in here with the lilies of the valley in it. Sort of like, whoops. Sort of like so. All right, I'm just going to put that through here quickly. Oops. Let's get this in here right. There we go. looking for a new bookcase to put my die cut and emboss machine on so it doesn't squeak so when I crank it. But I can't find anything of that same size. So there we go. This is going to get glued on right here. I'm just going to go ahead and take care of that right away. I bet you I'm off camera. Sorry. I am, aren't I? Okay, now we are going to line up these other ones on here. And I'm just going to kind of lay them out to make sure that I have them correct. That looks correct. That one goes there. Yep. And yep. Okay. And we are going to go ahead and glue these on. It's nice if you have some DSP that has a rolling pattern going across it that you can cut down to fill on here. Even if it's something that's got swirls on it would work. Or if you had some DSP that had a scene to it that you could put together on here. Trying to keep the bottoms all lined up. There we go. Okay, we're tooling along here. We can actually go ahead and glue the front and the back together. That we will do next. So I'm going to add the glue on here. And then you want to get this as close together as you possibly can. That's looking very good. Okay, so here's what you got so far. Now let's add some fun stuff here. I went ahead and die cut 2 of the leaves, and I went ahead and die cut the Lily of the Valley in white cardstock. Oh, come on. Okay. Get this out. I think it's time that I run the dryer sheet over that. I love that when I do that and it just pops right out without having to be coursed. Okay, there we go. To the side. I'm going to grab a piece of paper so when we do our coloring we don't Alright, and then I have grabbed one of the dies from the Phrases and Frames. The smallest one is this one. And this is the one that you use the silicone mat with. So we'll do that as soon as I get these colored. We'll run that through. That's what we're going to put our sentiment on. Okay, so I would like to, alright, we're going to use Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to add a little darkness here on the underside of that. Same on this one. There was still enough, looks like. I think. There we go. Just to give it a little something extra there. Maybe I'll bring that down a little bit. Okay. They're going to go on there like so. I'm going to add a dimensional just on the upper portion of the leaf. How did I get that? Looks like I got just a smidge of that corner. Okay. And then I'm just going to add a little glue near the bottom here. Come on. I'll take this off. Make sure I didn't overstep there, and so you couldn't get that open, but it does open still. Okay, now on this, I found that, lay down, I went and took the light soft seafoam and just went around the end of the bells, like not in a straight line, but kind of in a, imitating what's underneath on this edge down here. Give it a little color. Got glue on my finger. And this really blends in pretty well. I didn't think it was necessary to go with the dark color because I just wanted a hint. And then I'm taking the light gray granite, and we're just going to come down the side here and under just a little bit there. I don't think I went all the way across. No, I didn't. Just down the side and under that first little whoop-de-doo. Little ruffle. Okay. And then we're going to take the Granny Apple Green and color the stem. And I won't be using the whole stem because it would stand up over the top of the card. So we'll cut a little bit off the bottom of the stem once we kind of eyeball it there before we put it on. There. All right. Now, that looks like it would be the perfect length. I'm just going to take my scissors and cut it off equal with the bottom of the DSP. I'll get rid of that. Then I'm just going to lay this here and look at this. And I'm going to add mini dimensionals to the top 3 flowers. And the rest of them will have just a dab of glue on them. Mini dimensionals. Oh, I have to grab one out, I think. Oh, that was good. Empty container. I think I'm standing on my right leg all the time. It's starting to stiffen up. Okay. So it was the top 3, or was it the top 2? Top 3. Okay. Stand on both legs, Jean. Okay. A little dab. And just a tiny bit down here at the end. Glad you like the paper, Rhonda. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to get rid of this for right now. Yeah, it stuck my finger. I see. I need to see a little white on the edge over here. There. Okay. So now I want to put this tag we're going to cut out. And I would just like to show you again how that's done. It's quite easy. So I do have it put on with a piece of Post-it tape onto the paper. Bring up the... Hopefully this isn't going to be too close. Get this out of the way. So first we cut it out. And I broke down and got a new top plate. Okay. Easiest way to do this is to take the sandwich off this way and keeping the two together. I keep that, what is that, the number 2 plate? Yep, on here. We add the gray plate, the number 4 plate. We flip this over. And we slide this off. Add the silicone mat over the top. So now the die has been flipped over, so the cutting side is up. And then we put our silicone plate on here. And we're going to put it through. I have to move this. I don't have enough space to go all the way through. There we go. Alright, let me get this out of the way. is all nice and creased with that extra little bit of embellishment around it. Okay, let's put that aside and put this back. And you'll notice that this gets pretty filled with little snibbles of paper, and that, you can imagine, is what's going down inside your die cut machine. If you take your die cut machine and flip it upside down and give it some good shakes, you're going to find all kinds of stuff popping out of it, which is going to help with the longevity of life that your die cut machine has. I just go ahead and take my roller here and get rid of it all. And now it's ready to use for another time. Okay, let's put this back. I'll be using that and that. Okay. So I'm going to stamp. You know what? I'm missing one piece of paper. We gotta cut. Let's see. What do I have? Oops. I need a 4-inch piece of paper. Not quite that way. This way it is. Okay. We need a 4-inch by 2 1/4. So this is going to be 2 1/4. This is what will go on the back side, and we'll have the what would be the inside sentiment. There. Might as well only stamp once if I can help it. Sorry. As usual, my nose is running. Okay. We got this. That one we aren't using, it's this one. Okay. I love this little stamp. It's perfect for this. Get our green out. And try to get this straight. A little thanks. And so grateful for you. Like so. Now you certainly could add something else on here, but if you were intending to put a little something on there for a message, you probably would not want to add a picture on the bottom or something else. I've got my garden green finger dauber, and I'm just going to add just a little bit on the edge here. I'm not going up, I'm just kind of straight up and down, so it just catches the edge of the paper. When I did my original and I laid it just white on the card, it needed something. So this was the something that I came up with. And that's going to go right in there, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead first and put this on the back. Make sure I have it going the right direction. Boy, that would be awful. Put the back on and flip it over and you got it upside down. That would be my speed. Alright, and then I thought, let's add a little twine behind this. So it kind of looks like it's holding the bunch of flowers together. And I did a double bow on mine. I think I've got enough here. Let's see. I love this stuff. Hope they never get rid of it. And I like to make the bows 2 different lengths, or the loops, so that you can tell that there is 2 bows, 2 loops, I guess I should say. Does that look about even? I think so. Scissors, scissors. Take that off and cut that. And we're going to add that on here with a glue dot. And I'm going to pinch the 2 loops together. Because once I put the tag on, we can kind of see where we want that to go. Then I'm going to put a dimensional, and I'm going to just run a couple of these on here. Got to use up those edges. Just 1 on each side. So the knot will go in the center, so it isn't going to look lumpy, I guess. And you can just kind of bring that out, and we'll trim the bottom off. Let me get the better scissors. Still a little long. Come here. There. All right. And then I like the background. You know, the embossed background gives it a real nice interest there with that extra dimension on the page. And then I thought, I want some butterflies on there. Gotta have butterflies, right? Love these little butterflies. And we have just enough room for them. We're using the white ones. Let's see. I gotta see what I'm doing here. Just like that. Maybe this one should be just tilted a little bit more. There. Like that better. I'm glad you like it. I think it's a cute card. I mean, you could put stuff on here if you wanted to, more sentiments, whatever you wanted. I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out. When I looked at it on the reel, These look smaller and this look bigger. You could change the dimensions on these any way you want to. Instead of, these are all 1.5 inches, you could do 1 1/4 and then just have 1-inch strips on here. And then it would give you more on the front and the back. But I think it's kind of a cute card. So let's try another one. Same thing, but different cardstock and different sentiments. Get some of this out of the way here. And because it's sitting on my desk, we are going to do the Winnie the Pooh, or Silly Old Bear. And this time we're going to use the Mossy Meadow. Oh, thanks for the hearts. I really appreciate that. We're also going to use the Eyelet Blooms die that was the product of the month. Was that just this last month? Or was it the month before? I think it was the month before. We're going to use one of the sentiments from Words and Wishes. And I think one of the sentiments from Sweet Words and Labels, which is the set from the Silly Old Bear. We're going to use Mossy Meadow ink. Alrighty. And alright, where did I go with the... Hang on, I lost something. I had the strips all cut. Ay, ay, ay. Well, we're going to start. I'm going to run this through the embossing machine. And I'm just going to... Oh, I can see that I've got just a couple of spots where the paper didn't come out. Okay. Oh, they're in the little cup. What's the matter with me? That's where it is. Well, there's another one. There. All right, Jean. Seems like every time I flip it over, I see a couple more that didn't come out. Oh, they're all out now. But we will use that in just a second. All right, I'm just going to put this as close to the edge as possible. And then I'm going to run this around, whoops. Just run that around like so. And I'm going to stick this in face down. Would be good, Jane. I think I got it. Yep. Our little sponge back. I'm going to go this way with it. Probably should have left it on and done it, but I'm committed now. Just get rid of some of that. Oops, don't want to lose that little guy. All right. Last time they all came out really nicely. There. That little guy on there. These little guys here. There. Oop. On there. Okay. This is going to go on the back. All right. We didn't get our sheet scored. Good enough. All right. So we need things aren't going where I put them. 2.5. Get that out of the way. 2.5. 4. 5.5. 7. And 8.5. Okay. All right, this is going to go on here. So I'm going to get some glue started here. And let it just sit so that it doesn't ooze where I don't want it to ooze. I think these are coming off. They want to come off, they're coming off. So there are little areas, whoops, sorry, my forehead hit the camera, that you can put a little glue into. Get a few on the side so that it doesn't curl up. There. All right, I'm going to set that aside, and we can actually go ahead let's and put our little pieces on, and I decided to do 100 acre wood. This goes well with the DSP, okay, or with the, I'm sorry, with the cardstock. Hey, come on. Okay, so it's this way, that way, that way. All right. Have any of you done this card before? I'm interested in knowing, especially if you know what this design is called, this fun fold design. I don't know if it's a, it seems to me it's box something, or something box. I'd have to go and look on Pinterest to see if I can find it on there. It's just kind of hard if you don't know what the name of it is. There. And little ooze over there. There. Okay. Stay down. Oh, I see one right there. I think it must have had a piece of glue on the back, or a little glue on the back. And here's one here. Oh. I sat there and I looked at that, and do you suppose I could see that? No, I think I got it all. Alright. Now for the front, to decorate the front. I love this background, but it gets to be a little busy. I have this little guy to go on the front. And I decided to take a 1 3/4 inch punch and punch just a piece of Very Vanilla so that he can be mounted on that. It just takes away a little bit of the busyness of the background. And then I did cut out the smallest die in that set for our sentiment at the top. And this is going to drive me nuts if I don't. This corner is not glued down. And I know if I put there, much better. So I thought that that would probably be the wisest thing to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down. who is going to go on there. Like so. Let me grab that gray. Put a little shadow underneath him. A little more than what he has here. Alright, and we're going to pop him up with dimensionals. Come here. The front is going to be stamped with Old friends are the best friends. And we're going to do that in the Mossy Meadow. Now, what do you think? Should we put a little something around the edge of this? It could be Mossy Meadow. We could even put some of this golden, what is it? Golden, where is it? There it is. Golden Glow. Let me know what you think. I have to see what I've got here. Should we add a little color around here? I'm waiting for an answer from somebody. Tell me what you think. While I'm waiting for an answer, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the back sentiment to someone who's always there when I need you. It's funny how that always is so slow when I ask a question to get a response. And it's funny, I asked for a question the other night, and I only saw 2 responses, and then when I got off and went upstairs and I opened it up and looked again, there was like 6. It's like, wow, where were they sitting? Yes, ink the edge. Okay, I will ink the edge, but you have to tell me, what color do you think we should do it? I'm waiting. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach these two. I should have done that before. But it doesn't really matter. I don't have my glasses. glasses on. No wonder I'm struggling. Oh, it's a miracle, I can see. I'll put this on the back. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to add something to the bottom of this one. If I can find it. Where did it go? Oh, for Pete's sakes. Well, okay, Jean, take the glasses off. Maybe you'll see it better if you have the glasses off. Ugh. I just had a piece of DSP sitting here on my desk. You suppose I can see where it went to? Not on the back. Oh my gosh. Either one, yeah. Well, since we kind of are in green here, maybe I'll try the green. Let me see if I've got Mossy Meadow in this. Ha ha ha, I do. See how it looks. I wonder how it's... Alright, we're going to try something. It might be an epic fail, but I'm going to take... I'm taking the Golden Glow and I'm trying to bring it up onto the design here. And then I'm going to go around one more time with the Mossy Meadow and just do the very edge. And this little brush that I'm using is actually a little makeup brush, like for eyeshadow or something. Sometimes you have to improvise. I do wish that Stampin' Up! Would come out with a really tiny brush that you could do some detail. Come on. There we go. Well, this is taking longer than I thought it was. Trying to be ever so gentle here so I don't get it past that design. There. All right, let's lay that up there and see. That's that. I just can't get over what happened to that little piece of DSP. Okay. Now, It's just showing. I don't know if you can see it. I like the look. It really zhuzhes it up. There you go. I guess I can put this back. Well, I guess if I find that piece of DSP, it was a bunch of little jars of honey that would fit perfectly across the bottom here. I'm going to add it onto the bottom. Oh, let's get this on here. I want to pop this up. Not there. It's going to drive me nuts. It's not on the floor either. That's the funniest thing. Now let's see the one that I made. Okay, I put a couple of gold on here. Kind of center it. Okay, and a little gold butterfly. That's it. Oh, I'm glad you like it. And like I say, if I find that little bunch of pots of honey, I will add that on the back side of this one. But for right now, oh, for Pete's sakes, I swear, I'm going crazy. Let's get our drawings done. A little overage there. 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 Okay. So here's our first one, and there's our second one. And let's get our cards up for our drawing. Let me put these down below so I don't lose those. Okay. So the first drawing is the butterfly and the birthday card. This was using the got it right here, Bloom Boutique. And let's see who wins that one. Let's see, I can show you what the inside is just for a refresher. You make life sweeter than cake. And then this is the fun fold that slips out for the birthday card. And this is the one that I'm taking for the shoebox exchange on Saturday. All right, let's see who feels lucky. Char Litton. Number 4. So let me know which one you would like me to bring you. I'll hand deliver it on Saturday. Yes, congrats, Char. I'm still looking for that little piece of DSP. The blue one. You got it, girl. That aside. Okay, and the next is our box. If you remember our box that we made. And note, I did end up, I took this apart and I actually did use those foam adhesive foam sheets, and I cut it so that it would fit in right along the little circle that was underneath. And oh my gosh, makes a world of difference. Look at, nice and smooth now. And then I also went ahead, and if this was going to be for a birthday, get that on there. I don't have the box underneath, so it's not behaving. I stamped happy birthday, and that could actually be put on there like so. And you'll be able to finish putting the box together. Okay, let me just get the drawing on this one. Oops, don't forget that, Jean. All right, slider box. I'm glad you liked them, Kelly. You are so welcome, you guys. I have a lot of fun doing these. This is Michelle Quino. She isn't on tonight, but she will be happy to get this, I'm sure. So, congratulations, Michelle. I will get that sent off in the mail to you. She a lot of times will watch after the live. So, anyway, there you have it, you guys. Let me flip the camera. Let me see. I guess. Come on, flip. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Oh. My cheeks are still red. That must be sunburn. Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyway, again, let me show you that cute. If a lot of you came on late, the cute product of the month for June. Here is the stamp set. I think it is just absolutely adorable. I know it's backwards. But if you go to the beginning of my live, I have it laying down on the table, and when I flip the camera, it's down there, you know, so you'll be able to read the sentiments and stuff. But I think it's just so stinking cute, and I can't wait to get it. And I will be placing my order on the 2nd probably. Because I got to get the paper. If anybody is still interested in joining the class for the for this one, you can still do that. I would need to have the money Venmo'd to me. I did want it Venmo'd by the 28th, but since I'm waiting until the 2nd to order, I'll have to put a rush on it, I imagine, to get it in time for the class on the 13th and 14th. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. We can get it set up for you. It's $40 for in-person or porch pickup, $47 if I need to mail it to you. So that is all I have tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching and ordering. I really appreciate it. And have a good rest of your week, and I will see you. Oh, yeah, I'll see you on Sunday night. My order is actually coming tomorrow. That's got the Christmas and some Halloween stuff in it. But I think I'll wait to do a reveal on Sunday night, so you'll get to see all the stuff that I ordered. Maybe by then I'll even have a few things made so that you can see some samples. That's kind of, I like doing that better than just showing you the product. Just show you the product, and then you leave it up to your imagination to figure out what you can make with it. But this way I'll maybe have a few things made. So I'll talk to you on Sunday night at 6:30. Have a great week. Bye-bye.